So I'm going to record this, yeah?
Okay.
But I am going to decide at the end of it whether I upload them or not, right?
Okay.
So I've been recording them since the start of COVID, as you know. And I do it for multiple reasons. Mostly because you just want to believe how much I actually miss when I'm in the room. It's quite interesting. Same with Elaine. Like the amount of things that I don't grasp until I watch them back and I'm like, huh,
So
that actually makes a lot more sense.
Your
Yeah, well,
growth and development. Yeah. I'm like, what is it? Like
Edification.
Thank you. Is
and
not a terrible thing. It's a lot of people do that.
yeah. Obviously I share them, as you know, and there are people around the world who have gained so much insight about themselves. Sort of.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm like. I'm spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that I believe the universe talks to us in lots of ways.
Mm-hmm.
And that the universe looks out for us in different ways, right?
And then what happened?
So the last time we saw you, I recorded the video, right?
Yeah.
And as always, as soon as I got in the car, I immediately uploaded it, right? Because that is what I always do. The niche of my website is always going to be, for this particular one, that it's a very real, raw, authentic diary. Therefore, I do not watch anything before I put them up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I uploaded the last recording that I was with you, yeah? And it was so weird, right? It wouldn't upload, right? It wouldn't upload no matter what I did. I tried from my phone, I tried from his phone. I reckon I tried at least half a dozen times in different various ways, right?
And it says no.
And it wouldn't work, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't upload it. Like it just wouldn't upload, right? And it was a few days later that I realized, oh my God, thank goodness the universe stepped in and made it so that I couldn't upload that video because unintentionally I had given too much of a person's identity away, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And even though most of the people who follow me are people that don't know me, and the ones who do, like my family and my close friends, but it literally boiled down to the fact that it would not upload, and yet there was literally nothing different between that video and every other video, right? So the universe has done it to me once again since, yeah? In the sense that I made a video and I put it up, and the description I wrote probably wasn't very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And so the universe would not let it load. I tried and I tried and I tried.
Put a description for all of your videos.
No, sometimes I just put the time, literally.
Okay. So it doesn't need, okay.
Mm-mm. But if it had loaded with the description, wouldn't have gone down well. Okay. So I said to Merv, I put money on it, that if I remove it completely, write a completely different description, and then upload exactly the same video with a different description, it'll upload. And it did immediately. Right? So these are the things that I talk about, yeah? That the universe helps us. The last time I saw Elaine was on Thursday, right? And as always, filmed the video, filmed the appointment, yeah? So I have like a 42.5-minute video from my doctor appointment. My appointments are 45 minutes all the time.
It's comprehensive care.
I'm a complex patient, what can we say?
say she does exceptional comprehensive care.
Yeah, she's incredible. But one of the things that I find the most helpful about you and her with my help is when you use stories, right? And so she's told stories in the past and it's just fine, yeah? But this particular time she told us something, and in my head I was thinking, oh my God, this is like the absolute most perfect example ever, right? It was like fully flippin', like it completely
Fit.
everything, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this is amazing. This is like the best story version there is. And then she's like, this all stays within this room.
Oh.
Yeah, first time she's ever said it, yeah? So I just immediately turned the camera off and put the phone in my bag. Because at that point I was like,
Sure.
the video's not going online,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to try and edit one.
No.
Like, I've got no interest in doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said, so the appointments, obviously, especially with you two, yeah, they truly do help me so much because I had no idea how much I missed or how much I misunderstood before I started doing this sort of stuff.
Recording your appointments is different from uploading your appointments. And if that's, you can still have that with Elaine anytime.
Yeah. That's exactly it, because I said to her, I won't do it anymore, right? Because her being completely real with me is what helps me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then Merv was like, when it comes to the actual health side of stuff, it is incredibly helpful for many people, right? And we don't really want to lose that in that sense, yeah? Because the whole reason I put all of my stuff online is because I want help. I want to help people around the world, because let's face it, everybody knows normal traditional social media, people put the best of their lives up. I don't think I've met a single person in my life that would share the same shit that I do, right? Because I share it all, right? It is very literally a diary. I write posts and I'm like, dear diary, and it's like that, yeah.
So maybe one of the things that you do to protect that is, instead of uploading a true recording of your appointment, do a reflective piece
Well,
about what was discussed with her, how you
yeah,
made you feel, what you needed. So you've still given
absolutely,
your
yeah,
viewers
yeah,
what they're looking for, and you're also giving an accurate representation of what's really happening in your life and protecting that interaction for you.
exactly.
And you can still hold those
Yeah.
recordings from Elaine directly for you to
That's-
revisit and reuse.
That's what we've been thinking, yeah. Because obviously the only other option is what I usually do when it involves anything to do with last names, addresses, calling for authority,
Yeah.
I pause the camera already in all of those parts.
Yeah.
So none of the like actual
important pertinent information is
Yeah.
put across.
So
Yeah.
like I just thought I'd stop, but then I realized if I stop completely, then I lose the benefit I've got, like you said.
There's more than one way to deal with
Exactly.
it with your viewers versus yourself. For you, you do
exactly.
what you need to do. For your viewers, maybe they get a different part of you.
So,
And actually, let me be pushy. Actually, it might also help to the recap and the forcing you to do that recap and reflection on what Elaine may whatever says. might actually also reinforce your learnings. Might also kind of make you go to it and touch what you were and what you weren't missing from it. Might help.
That makes sense. I feel like I was doing a really good job with regulating my emotions, right?
Oh, I feel another butt coming.
A couple of weeks or so ago now, yeah, I woke up on my left side and the entirety of my left side from my head to my toes hurt in a way I couldn't explain and I could barely move. Yeah.
Like this? Like ouch? Or
like
Ouch,
like-
pain.
like
Bit
almost
throbbing.
like
for touching? Or
No,
for just
constant.
everything. I couldn't move.
So
I
not
could,
oh,
right? Like it
Intense,
was
just intense, like
it was-
visceral pain right down the left side.
hoping there was an appointment with Elaine shortly thereafter, actually.
So at first I was like, okay, I've obviously slept on my left side the whole night and it's whatever's happened, yeah?
You wouldn't have thought that would do that, to be
No,
honest.
you wouldn't. But what happened next is what's causing me stress.
Uh-oh.
There's a lump on the side of my hip that has appeared with
Like-
no injury, right? There's no injury to it to have caused a lump. It's big, but it's growing
It's about
and it's changing colour
that at the moment, and it's sitting out about yay far.
and it
Okay.
is radiating pain in a way that I've never experienced before.
You are quite today.
Yeah.
I don't have a word for that.
Not live, right? So the pain in the lump in my hip is pretty much overriding every single thing of me right now, yeah? Because it is causing the most intense pain. Like, I'm sure you've noticed, I've kept trying to,
You're very still.
yeah, because it doesn't matter what I do now, how I sit, where I sit, how I lie, nothing is helping. It is getting to the, like, it's to the point, it's big enough to a point just sitting. It's
Taking
aching.
your breath away.
Yeah, and it's causing pain that, like, my whole left side of my leg is just, like I said, I thought I had experienced every type of pain there was, but I haven't because I've never been scared before, right?
What's doctor say?
So I've had to have an ultrasound on it, right?
Oh, that would have been uncomfortable.
I'll wait for it. So I saw a gynecologist, right? And I said, I don't think I've ever seen a gynecologist before. And then we were talking, and I said to him, it's interesting. I said, I'm having all these issues, right? I said, and roughly, say, 15 plus years ago, I was in this country, but it was a lot younger, yeah. I was diagnosed with, like, super severe endometriosis, right? To the point where they rushed me in for an operation, yeah? The follow-up was one of the most mind-boggling experiences I think me and the specialist have had, because there were multiple specialists involved at this point and all of them were like, you have this, it's guaranteed, we need to go in to operate to see how bad it is.
To like burn the follicles. So like the like surgery.
All I know is that after the surgery,
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting in the specialist room and he was saying, we found nothing, right? You have every single symptom there is. Like I said, they'd already diagnosed me with it and rushed me in for surgery. It wasn't like this long, it was really immediate, right? And so this specialist and I equally were mind-boggled. So obviously in the end, I was told I did not have it. Recently, I saw a gynecologist
Mm-hmm.
and I relayed all this back. I'm using the right word here,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? Yep.
Yep.
And he was like, well, you've definitely seen one if you've been through that.
Seen a gynecologist.
And I'm suffering from, like, honestly, I blow out to the point where I look like I am almost 6 months pregnant. Yeah, I have had people
Just teaching you about
ask
it.
me when I'm due, like how far along I am. Like, it's so bad. The pain is excruciating.
Yeah.
And I'm telling all of this to this new doctor, and he's saying there's a highly, highly good chance
Mm-hmm.
you actually do have it. And one or two things could have happened during the first surgery. It could have been so small that they missed it, or they just didn't see it. But this new gynecologist is of the opinion that I need surgery again to be checked out once again.
Okay.
Elaine is very much, everything is to do with my weight, right? She's quite headstrong on everything I'm dealing with is my weight, right? Now, I have eaten enough chocolate cake and whipped cream to like feed 10 families, I reckon, for a month, all right? So I am now at 53.5 kilos, so to speak.
Well done.
Thank you. The goal's 55. I'm almost there, right?
Doing
Just
great.
keep eating cake, right?
I mean, protein or cake. There's
Don't
some
get me wrong, we eat
vegetables,
well, but
maybe some carbohydrates.
obviously-
we do eat well.
You know.
He does
we
cook,
eat well.
but-
We eat really, really well.
I know it's okay.
But so anyway, she ordered a bunch of tests because I told her about what the gynecologist had said,
Yeah.
and he was saying that he was going to write the letter to her, refer me into the public system,
And then wait.
because we were going through all the options of having health insurance, right? And I'm always going to have hospital cover because of the stupid loading that the government's got and all that crap, yeah? But at the moment, I have the second highest hospital level you can get, right? But it doesn't cover full psychiatric care, right? So after seeing the gyno, because he went through all the different things and how it works nowadays with hospital and out of pocket and things and this and that and everything else. So
Who you pay for, who you don't pay for.
yeah, like it was way different to when I had insurance 20 years ago. And so by the time I'd finished with the appointment with him, I was like, okay, this has been very helpful. I think I'm just going to drop my insurance down to the bare basics.
Yeah. Bronze or whatever.
yeah.
Colors.
Exactly, right?
And then pre-existing, you wait your 12 months. And then
Well, I've already had insurance for over 2 years. Like I've got insurance, so it's all fine. And then I met a new pain specialist, right? Because none of the medication I'm on anymore is helping.
Okay. With this.
No, with all of it.
Okay.
So this,
We're going to come back to that. Okay.
this is causing,
This is a different side of to this.
yeah, everything is, yeah. So I live with severe chronic pain, nervous system, yeah? And it's constant. But I
With
use
current exacerbation in separate areas.
yeah. Like it's so much worse at the moment, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised I managed to walk it in without my walkie stick. Like I've been using the stick fucking, like I can barely walk probably without hobbling at this point, yeah. And but in general, all of my pain, I'm not getting any relief from any of it anymore. It doesn't seem to matter what I do, right? Truthfully, I think the only thing that helps at all, not gonna lie, is if I smoke a bong at night, it helps override it. Like it's still there, but it's mentally easier to deal with, right? Because the physical pain I'm in right now has made me so sensitive. And I got really mad at myself today because I was trying to find something for our caravan, and we found it freaking in like Keilor, which was miles away from us. And we booked it and we did click and collect, and the thing came through and it was like, your order's ready to be picked up and blah blah blah. And we drove like out of our way to pick it up, and it didn't exist. Like I wanted 4 linen boxes with lids specifically, and I just chucked in 2 of the toothbrush holders for our, spare toothbrushes we have, because we got normal electric ones usually. At no point did any of these messages say everything is not available, right? So we drove all the way there, and I'm so excited to get them because I have looked at every single store there is. We have driven miles out of our way with the fuel costs and everything to be literally handed 2 toothbrush holders for $1 each. I did not stay calm. I was not calm. I almost burst into tears at the freaking service centre. And I know how fucking ridiculous it sounds, but I am just...
Excuse myself for a minute. I'm just going to go to the bathroom.
You know how to get there?
Yeah, they're rolling down there.
Can you use the staff one? No? Use the staff one. It's
Just
right
across the hall.
just over there. Like, I didn't get mad at them, right? I just said, I know it's not on you guys. I said, but I would have liked to have been told, because I would have rung the store and cancelled the $2 thing, and we sure as hell would not have driven this far, right?
For a toothbrush holder.
Exactly. And so we got the head office number. I made myself worse. Like, I was just like, I need to get out of this store, right? And I walked too fast and I was too tense, and like obviously my pain just then again flew out of control. And so I spent the entire car ride home, which was like fucking a half an hour, basically crying and beating myself up because I didn't stay calm, right? And Merv rung the head office, and we're talking, and we've got the app up, right? And like, she took the postcode and she says, every single store in any kind of vicinity around you are sold out. They're out of stock. And yet I'm on the app looking at it, and it's saying fully in stock here, fully in stock here, fully in stock here, right? And she's on the phone at the exact same time saying out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. And we're
So
just
which
like,
is it?
exactly. And it's just, I know it's ridiculous, but
It's not ridiculous. You've had a terrible day, and when we have terrible days, stress is cumulative, and at some point it bubbles over what you can manage. You can only fill a sink so much before that whole flooding thing kicks in and it starts to drain by itself. But then there's also, the like, I know you love a DBT skill.
I did not do it well at none. It didn't work.
But the thing about DBT skills is go back to foundations, things that are going to make you more susceptible to vulnerability. Good job. That was very fast. More susceptible to emotional dysregulation is physical pain, appetite issues, or like non-variety food, which I know, you've
I'm
been eating,
hungry
but
constantly.
chocolate cake is only one food group, so I'm happy to hear other things. Avoiding substances and alcohol, sleeping and not sleeping, which is also something that you do when you're struggling. So when you go back to an exercise, which you can't do right now because of this anyway. So you have the please skill. Please take care of myself, remember? Treat physical illness and pain. Eat. Stay clear and clean. sleep as much and as well as you can. Give yourself that capacity
Sleeping.
to rebuild.
Mhm.
And then gentle stretches and exercises as best you can. Because yes, we need to manage pain, but we also need to encourage movement.
Yeah, I definitely, obviously agree with that.
So the ultrasound has happened. I know I'm going to go back to it, but ultrasound has happened.
Yeah, what I didn't realise though was because
They're
they're,
gonna push on it. Yeah, I know.
well, not just that though, because I'm having like so many tests done, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to have the ultrasound on my hip, yeah, and an abdomen one, right?
Just for the hip.
No.
Or for
Two
internal.
separate ones.
Two separate things. Plus, I
So
had
the
like,
gynae one, internal or external?
so we
No,
had
that wasn't the gynae one.
the gyno one did like bunch of swab tests and stuff, but
Okay.
then we were sent to have the ultrasound on my hip,
Yeah.
and then the abdomen one, which is I think in relation to the gynecologist
Okay.
one.
So we double did our.
Yeah. So she told me to lay down to begin with, and I was like, it's going to be easier if I stand up, yeah. So as soon as I stood up, you can see it, right? It's like the size of my freaking hand, yeah. And so she did, and you know, like ultrasound machines, they're not soft,
No.
right? And I guess I just hadn't thought about how badly it was going to hurt actually even getting the ultrasound. But the one thing I definitely hadn't thought about was that when they did the abdomen one, I had to lie on my left side,
Oh.
directly on that lump that had already just had the ultrasound on it, right?
Mm.
And so I'm lying in the most awkward position ever, trying not to have the pressure on my lump because she's trying to like ultrasound all over here, and I'm like gripping the side of the table, like gripping. My eyes are like scrunched shut because I'm in pain that's making me want to scream at this point. And I had to say to the lady, I'm really sorry, but if I start crying, right, because that's where it was at, I was like, please just ignore my facial expressions because I'm trying really, really, really hard not to cry. It was excruciating, right? And the weird thing is, I guess because of the way the organs are, I had to be on my left side for so long. And then I had to keep doing the breathe in and hold and breathe out and then breathe in and hold. And this whole time I'm lying on my left side, which had just been ultrasounded on this freaking lump that just keeps getting bigger. Like this lump has appeared from nowhere. There are no injuries that have caused it. And the fact that it's getting bigger and it's changing colour and the pain is getting worse and it's causing, like, yesterday I could barely move. I got to the point where it was able to sort of hobble around the caravan. And then the next thing I knew, right under my knee, it was like someone had jammed all the nerves in a vice. And I literally doubled over. I couldn't use my leg. My whole leg just, I don't even know how, it was like it was stuck. And I couldn't.
Really hoping at this point you're driving, Merv.
Oh, we're at home.
No, like after the ultrasound.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's driving.
I'm driving.
You were in the waiting room, yeah?
And, like, I can't move at this point, right? And it's just one thing after another. I will say that we have amazingly good news, which is, I guess, what making me more confused about why I'm feeling like this. So, the 1st of May is Friday, right? And that is the day we need to be checked out of the caravan park, remember?
Yes.
So we have between now and Thursday to get everything sorted, right? So in the end, I did what I said I was always going to do, and I wrote an ad, right? And I put the ad up on Gumtree, and I put the ad up on Facebook Marketplace and in his Facebook, yeah? Because I don't have one.
Yeah. Ad for
Land.
Land to rent.
We were looking for land, somewhere to put the caravan,
somewhere to stay.
so we don't have to keep moving around, yeah?
Yeah.
And we'd called every emergency line there was. There was just, it was full on, right? Anyway, Thursday morning, and I'd been in a bad mental state for at least a couple of weeks. Yeah, like I was so bad. And on Thursday morning, I remember I woke up and I said to Merv, I'm pulling myself out of this shit. I know the universe is looking after us. I know we can figure this out. It will be okay, right? At approximately 11:30, I get a notification. Hi, I think we might be able to help you. We have a house on 100 acres.
That seems like a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. They gave us their phone number. They were like, you can come up here and you can live here permanently if you want to. So I rung the number.
Is there electricity?
I rung the number and we spoke. And she's like, you'll be fully connected to power, connected to water. You'll have this
Do
huge.
you have a shower?
Our caravan has
It's got a
everything.
full ensuite at the back of it.
Cool. Okay. So we have all the things we need. We've got power. We've got plumbing.
All of it. Right. So we actually went out there on Saturday. I haven't told anyone except my friends group at uni because I've been waiting to get there to share. But we went out on Saturday.
It's got a vibe.
These people are amazing. So it's this
Truly
beautiful young couple with their 6-year-old daughter. It actually turns out like it was like a whole different, like it's like a little community. So when she said we could live there permanently, right, we thought they were just helping us, yeah. But we arrive and they have all of these cabins, right? And on the phone, they had said to us, see, I'm so all over the place. I'm just, you can tell, right? I don't know everything just hurts so bad, eh? On the phone, she had said, we've got a 2-bedroom cabin. It needs to be renovated, but you two will have the first option, right? For it. So we get out there and they show us where we can put the van and the annex and this and that. But it's not just like a little bit of land. We're talking like it's massive, right? We can have our own sheds, our own chickens, our own sheep. There's like our own.
Sheep like barn sheep?
Yeah,
Barn
literally.
sheep,
Okay, so it's like country.
We're
Yeah,
talking
it's
country.
Oh, that's
It's in the
I mean,
middle.
I don't have any concept of what an acre looks
It's-
like, but
it's-
100 of them feels big.
It's about an hour and 45 minutes from here or so,
It's fine.
but that's fine.
Is it pretty?
Oh my
Beautiful.
God, it's gorgeous.
beautiful.
Unbelievably gorgeous. And so
Do you want to have bar sheep?
we're not getting any of those things. They have their own sheep and their own chickens, 2 camels as well, dog.
What?
Yeah, 2 camels.
Yeah.
That's feeling very country to me.
Elvis and
And Melinda, is it?
Melissa.
Yeah.
Adam.
They're a bit cranky, we've been told, but they're very food orientated camels.
Maybe you can pat him once you give him a carrot.
There's a lady who's about to start adjusting land for her horse. She may end up having another horse. You know how much I like horses.
So, all in all, you've said politely, this is the best thing in the whole wide world. Yes, please.
We'd already said yes on the phone before we even got
And
there.
And it's effective, like financially.
We can move in
viable,
tomorrow.
Like the whole thing.
Yeah, so originally they said it would be all of our like metered power, so we'd pay for our own power. And then the water, they had water tanks, so that would be free unless they went dry, and we all
Everyone
chipped in.
Pay for the cost of the tanker.
In between of the conversation we had on the Thursday morning and getting there on the Saturday afternoon, there was a change in the sense of they've been unable to. So what it turns out is basically they were going to turn this property into a bunch of Airbnbs, right? And with everything going the way it is, now they're renting them out, right? So they got this one that they told us about we could have first dibs in. There's another two that are almost finished. And I remember we were walking towards the one that's broken because they'd bought it fully intact, but the way that it got picked up and shifted and that it got damaged, yeah. And I remember saying to her, I was like, I love Merv like family, but I said I'm very grateful there are single beds. I said, but we've been sleeping this close to each other for like so many months. I was like, I would give anything for my own privacy at this point, yeah. And she's like, well, we better get the this cabin up and done ASAP, right? And then she took us to show the other cabins. They literally look like rundown shacks on the outside. And then you walk inside and it's like unbelievably gorgeous, right? Yeah. So 2 of them have already got people moving in as soon as they're done.
Are
right?
they like all close together, so you can like?
So it's like a little community.
They're not like.
But they're all
not like from here to reception.
They're
No,
all
no,
going
further
to be so they're not all where they're going to be at the moment, right? So they explained it to us like, because their driveway is massive, obviously, they'll all be like their own block, so to speak, right?
Individual driveways to where your particular place is.
So
yeah.
So in theory, as an Airbnb, then you could drive, have privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
But there's not going to be an Airbnb anymore. They're renting. Like it's their business, right? Yeah. And then when she took me into one of the other caravan like cabins, I said something along the lines of, I would give just about anything in the world to be able to have a shower and use my disability chair. I said, because it doesn't fit in the caravan, and I've taught myself how to shower in stages because I physically cannot stand up long enough to do everything that needs to be done, right? And it's very awkward to try and take your disability chair to a communal shower, right? So I just haven't been able to use it, yeah. And the walking and everything we were doing, like, it was the day after I think I'd had all these scans and I was just in so much pain, yeah. And I had to go and get my walking stick out of the car. Then go figure, my hand started to hurt so bad, I literally couldn't use the walking stick anymore. So I'm like crumbling at all places, yeah. And I said to her, we were talking about it, and when I'd mentioned the chair, she goes, we have a cabin that's fully set up for people with disabilities. She goes, that would be really good for you. It's got rails in the shower, rails in the toilet. It's fully set up for someone with disabilities. And she says, it's on the market for sale, right? She goes, we had no intention of keeping it. But she goes, let me come in and I'll show you. And then the way she's speaking just changes immediately. She starts talking as if it's ours, right? So, like, the way it is at the moment, you walk in and there's this shower, this big, beautiful shower, and the first thing she says is, your chair would fit in there wonderfully, and it's got all the rails. Directly across from it is the toilet, again with all the rails. Then there's like this small little room, and then it's like a lounge sort of kitchen area. But this giant extra annex sort of thing is going to be connected to it for the full length, right? And then a veranda and a whole lot of things are getting done to it, right? So it's gonna be like a 2-bedroom house, yeah. And
But it moves.
No. Once they've got it in place, it's fixed
It
there.
stays there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like she had said to me, it's listed for sale, but we want a certain price for it, and if we don't get that price for it, we won't be selling it. But then as she's showing me around, she's changed the way she's talking, and she starts talking as if it's a given, right? And I'm the sort of person who's like, that would be amazing, but I'm not going to get my hopes up or
Not
anything.
until she says,
Yeah.
and there's documentation in place.
Exactly. It wasn't until we got home later on that night, though, that Merv told me about a conversation that took place while I was, because everything is being renovated, including their house. So the only actual bathroom that's complete is one out that's for one of the other private rentals, yeah? So I needed to pee, and she sent me off down there.
Yeah.
So I was away, and that's when there was a conversation that took place. Your turn.
We were talking, and she was saying about that they had it up for sale, and there were a lot of people that want to rent it, but they wanted to sell it. And the conversation carried on for a little bit more, and she said, well, she talked to her partner and said, we're going to take it off the market.
Yeah.
We're going to take it off everywhere where it's listed, and that's going to be yours.
So it can move. They were going to sell it, and somebody comes and takes it.
Yeah,
and it
but
goes
it's got to be transported on a truck.
I see, but no one wanted to do that. So
No, they won't do it for less than
There's
a
a certain
certain
price
amount
they
of
will sell it
money.
for.
But now they've decided to rent it because
They're not
there's
gonna-
someone
yeah.
specifically who wants to rent it with need.
No, they've
Us.
specifically decided to take it off the market
for
us because of my disabilities.
Actually, not for your disabilities, for you as individual human beings.
Yeah,
I like
Yeah.
it that way better.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but they're going to take it off the market. They're going to put it on site where they
where
want it
it's
to go.
meant to go.
Connect it all up. There's a reverse cycle air conditioning that's going to be reconnected. There's a wood fire fireplace that's going to go in there. They're going to put the annex back on. They're going to put the veranda back on. They're going to do it all up. And when it's done up, it's ours to paint how we want it on the inside. We can
It'll literally be ours to do what we want,
blank canvas. We can walk in there
and we can live there forever.
Sign a
We
really
can-
long lease at a low rate.
Yeah.
They've literally said they're never, ever, ever selling the property because they'll be leaving it to their daughter. And effectively,
We're there as long as we want to be there.
So when you move,
The first.
on Friday.
is the caravan thingamajiggy going to be connected all by then?
Well, the
We-
car.
The veranda doohickey?
Oh,
Well,
no,
no,
'cause
we're going out there in the caravan.
We're living in the.
initially,
That's not
while
going to
that's
be
being
done
done.
for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they weren't able to lay these cables for all the individual metered things as
Yeah.
it stands. So
The back end was broken.
yeah, there's something going on. But basically, they said, they talked about it or whatever, and they said $250 a week inclusive of everything, including internet. They've got satellite internet. They said it should reach. Pretty sure there's ways to extend it, but that's everything. It's amazing. We're able to he's already started changing.
How far away is the local supermarket?
About 10 minutes away.
Yeah,
Oh,
7 to 10
perfect.
minutes.
Okay, so not like an hour.
No.
Okay. You
It's,
said sheep, I went with an hour.
yeah, it's
It's like
half an hour to Bendigo.
Bendigo or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Tell me after.
not far.
But it's incredible. This
it's-
land is just like
yeah,
they had
it's
to
a
get
beautiful property.
to see the whole property. We had to go in the ute and be literally driven around it.
Fun.
Yeah, they
Well,
got a
congratulations.
they got a
Okay.
huge dam there.
I'm very excited. I think this is perfect for your longevity and your security and all those things. Now, when do we get the ultrasound results for what's going on for your hip?
Tuesday.
Hopefully Tuesday. I've asked her
They
to obviously.
haven't called you though.
No, because obviously Elaine knows to call me because I honestly don't think I've ever been this worried about something in my life because
And you had the ultrasound how long ago?
I think it was Thursday.
Thursday. Friday.
Because they ended up doing both because like I keep feeling like I'm losing my mind and I'm second guessing myself. And so she said, I'm going to do the right one in comparison to the left one.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, big difference. Your right one, perfectly fine. There's nothing there. What is on your left one?
There's something there.
It's definitely
So
something there.
There's nothing until there's something. Okay. Yep. So there's something like, thank you. But it doesn't mean anything sinister.
I know. It's just hard when you're mine.
The day that you have, like, as soon as a radiographer looks at something, they know.
I know they do.
And they make phone calls.
I know. Like, obviously the signs everywhere. I know they're not allowed to tell you anything. I'm pretty good at getting information out of these.
Like, you need to go to the doctor tomorrow. And you need to go and see them. When's your next appointment with your doctor?
Yeah.
What's happening with your doctor? Blah, 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 doctor.
Exactly.
But
I don't know
and
anything.
the doctors make phone calls. The doctors say it's today. You need to see me today.
Yeah. As soon as they are, I know.
So it's nothing sinister until it's something sinister.
I know.
It's obviously something painful, and regardless of whatever it is, the thing that we're aiming for is a speedy, effective, and safe resolution. So if it's terrible things, if it's cysts, if it's but P.S. they both start with C. Cysts or cancers or bone bruising or whatever's going on, we want a treatment plan that you can immediately implement to get some relief and to reduce anxiety.
Well, fun fact, I can't reduce my insurance down to basic. I need to increase it to top gold because I've now got a new pain specialist, and her and Elaine are in agreement that I need to go into hospital for a week for a ketamine infusion. Mm-hmm. And apparently there's a side effect with ketamine infusions. Mm-hmm. Rare, but unfortunate, that it can dislodge hidden things in your subconscious. So you know how my childhood is blacked out? I got no memory of any of it.
Yeah. I was like, it's going to do what?
Yeah.
It could potentially bring stuff up.
It could, but it's also very unlikely to, based on...
This is true, experience. But the specialist said, based on what I've lived through, she said she can't do it at her hospital because it's in Geelong. I have to be near Isham because for me to have the infusion pain specialist treatment, because of everything, I also need to have someone with a psychiatric bed open for me in case I need to be transferred.
Just in case.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, yes,
so
but there's also...
I'm just praying...
There's also public if we really, really need it.
Yeah, that is true.
So
the lady, it was amazing. Her initial fee was $400, right?
Give me her info after for all my other clients who are struggling also, but that's an after conversation.
Yeah, but she waived it for me.
You're going to double goodness. I need the number now.
Literally, the receptionist handed me the EFT machine. Yeah. I was getting my card out. The strangest look crossed her face, and she took it back. I thought I'd just messed around for too long, and she had to retime it.
Sorry.
And then she goes, the doctor has decided not to charge you at all.
Sending it all to Medicare.
The whole of the 400, I would have been well over 250 out of pocket for that appointment. And she didn't charge me at all.
Sometimes you have to let good people do good things for you.
It's exactly right, which is why I was so upset that I got so upset at the Kmart people today. But yeah, so that's where we're at.
People can wear it.
Yeah, I didn't. Like I said, I didn't get
You
mad
yell
at
poor
them.
child. You just
I
tell
didn't get mad at them or
The
anything.
15-year-old, probably genuine, has no idea. But
Oh, it was
now
an
it's
older
a bigger
gentleman.
thing.
I'm just kind of hoping that they might be able to do some kind of whatever it is logistic wise so that I can have all this treatment nearer to where I'm going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that might be like maybe a little bit far down the pipe dream line there. But you know,
we don't know what's going to happen.
Whatever care looks like is
Yeah.
what we do, and whatever it means is what you do. It's a couple of hours, big deal.
Yeah, that
like,
is true.
For relief.
Yeah.
If that's what it means. That's what it means.
Yeah.
And a ketamine infusion has been extremely positive for a significant number of people that I know.
Yeah.
It has not been indicated for lots of others, so be guided by your specialists. They'll have to chat.
Oh, they're all in, 100%. They said it's all very much, but the specialist and Elaine are fully in agreement that I need the infusion.
Now the psychiatrist and the pain specialist need to chit-chat.
That's all happening. They've all got, and I'm seeing him on the 8th of May, I think it is. Not this weekend, but next week or whatever. No, we're coming in.
Person.
We're coming down in person to see both him and Elaine in person. Yeah, which obviously we will try to do.
You're going to want to load your appointments on days when you're in town.
Yeah, that is exactly what we'll be doing. Once in a while, you and I will have to Skype. But other than that, I will be trying to just get them.
That's fine.
But
I think right now, I'm the least of your concerns. Right now, it's this.
You could tell by just how I'm moving and sitting,
You're
right?
agitated for sure.
Yeah, because it's so fucking painful.
Tuesday.
Tomorrow, hopefully, the results.
Yeah. Oh, tomorrow Tuesday.
Tomorrow
Okay.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need an email.
Yeah, absolutely. I am. Yeah, 100%. All right, people, we're out.